Creating a clinical documentation. Within PowerChart, there are several ways of documenting your findings. The first method is using an M page. So depending on your subspecialty, you may have M pages created for your specialty. So for example, anesthetists have the M pages as shown here. We can review the documentation, at the end of which you can create a pre-anesthesia note, for example. And this will then live within the document library for this patient. You can create a custom dynamic document, or you can create a clinical note. To create a clinical note, go to Menu, go under Notes, choose the Add icon. Within here, you can choose the type of note. You could give it a title, and then you can write what your note will be. You are able to format your text. You can use auto text. You can also include attachments to your note. Once you've made the changes and you're happy, you can sign. You have the option to view the document that you've just made, and you can see this is the note that I've just created, and there's details of who created it. If you go to Menu and choose Documentation, make sure to refresh. You'll notice that the note I've just created is visible, as well as all the other documents that this patient has in their library. To create a dynamic document, click on Add. You can choose the type. We'll go for a general clinical note again. Give it a title. The difference between a dynamic document and the clinical note is a clinical note is a generic text box within which you can document. A dynamic document has templates that you can utilize. These templates you can find on the right-hand side here. So you could choose the one that is specific to your patient or the type of note that you're making. And what these will do is they will capture data from different parts of the patient record into that document. So for example, let's create an outpatient note. And as you can see, while I haven't documented anything yet, there's a lot of information that's already been pulled through. And these are information that gets pulled through from the system itself. Within this, I can go ahead and document additional information. You can go ahead and delete things if it's not applicable, and so on. And you can make changes as you need to. And once you've done everything and you're happy, then you're going to sign and submit. Confirm that is a general clinical note. Give it a title if you haven't done so already, and sign. And now if we're on the list view for the documentation, you'll see that review 2 that we just created is visible. And it has the information that we documented as well as all the other information that it pulled through from the system at the time, depending on the template that we used.